Rest of the day. What are we doing out here today?
I think we're going to plant some strawberries. You have some growing, and that's good. We're going to try not to disturb the ones that are growing because they look a lot better than the ones that we're planting.
Okay.
And we've got some right here, like this little fella right here. I'm going to be very careful not to disturb him. So, you know, ideally, we're planting strawberries this time of the year, then we're planting them for the matted row system.
Okay.
And so ideally you would plant them between 1.5, 2.5 feet apart, and if you had enough room, because they're going to have 50, 60, 70 daughter plants.
Wow.
And so you want to have room for them to spread out and drop the daughter plants. This is what this is right here. These are daughter plants that are living here now. We don't have that much room here, so we're going to plant them a little bit thicker. You know, if you have bare root plants, you need to make sure that the roots don't dry out, and that's what we've got here. And we've got a little bit of water in the bottom of this bucket. Can't see it very well. I'll just tilt it here like that a little bit, but you want to make sure the roots don't dry out. And before we do anything else, I'm just going to let them continue to sit here in this water.
Okay.
And we're going to do a little bit of tillage. We want to till this.
We're going to do a little tilling.
Tillage. I'm going to get this out of the way.
All right.
Yeah, we need to break this up a little bit. Okay. And you know, it's in pretty good shape.
Not too
as
bad.
As far as moisture is concerned.
Okay.
You know, let me till it up.
Move that out the way here.
I missed my PTO driven tractor mounted tiller right here. But we'll get it broken up pretty good.
Soil looks pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it's
not bad.
Looks like we've got quite a bit of organic matter there. When we plant these strawberries, we're going to, after we plant them, we're going to water them in. And the main reason, even though we obviously have adequate moisture in the soil here, but we want to make sure we have good soil to root contact. So we're going to water. I think each plant probably needs at least a half a pint of water.
Wow. Okay.
When you plant bare root strawberries, it's extremely important that you plant them at the right depth. If you plant them too deep, they will die. And if you plant them too shallow, they will also die. So you plant them, you make sure the roots are covered, but you don't want the crown of the strawberry underground.
Okay.
So we're going to be very, very careful when we plant them to make sure we have them at the right depth. If we do that, half the battle will be won.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, before I pull the plants out, I think I'm going to go ahead and open up the holes. Got to decide how I'm going to space them out.
Okay.
And like I said, a 1.5 feet would be ideal. I'm going to plant one of them right there.
All right.
I'm going to go like a foot, I think. And the leftovers, we'll have a few left over. We will heal them in at another location. And if we happen to lose one of these that we plant, we'll be able to plant it a little bit later on.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's
That's
4. They've got to have a little bit of room for the daughter plants to spread.
Okay.
Okay. What we can do here. I think there's supposed to be 10 plants in here. We'll try to be very careful.
Yeah, man, how about that?
This is one of the plants, the roots, and
there you go.
There's another one. That's a crown. I'm going to lay it back down in the water. That's another one. Doesn't look very healthy. Of course, what's the first thing that we tell you in our extension publications?
Better be good, healthy plants.
Good, healthy plants.
Good, healthy plants.
It's another one. Got a little green coming up on that one. I may be glad that we only have 4 to plant. It's another one. Now I've got some life showing up here.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, I'm going to plant one,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to. We got a little bit of growth on this one. Normally, if the plants are vigorous and they have 5 or 6 leaves on them, you need to snip off all but 2 or 3 of the healthiest leaves, and then you need to trim the roots a little bit, and it makes them a lot easier to plant. I'm not going to have to take any leaves off of these.
No.
That's not a problem.
And tell us again why you're pruning off a little bit of those roots.
So that it'll fit in my planting hole better.
So it'll fit in the hole
For one
better.
thing, and it also pruning stimulates growth.
Okay.
So hopefully I'm going to do a little bit of both. So I'm just going to.
Look at that.
It's a little haircut.
Nice little clean cuts.
Okay. All right. We need this opened up a little bit more. Again, I want to make sure that the crown is above ground and all the roots are underground. If any of the roots are exposed, it's too shallow.
Okay.
And if the crown, this portion right here at the junction of the roots and the stem, if it is underground, it's too deep.
Okay. Too deep.
I'm going to make the hole bigger than I need it, really. So I can spread the roots out some.
Do we need to be concerned with fertilizer or anything like that?
Not right now.
Not right now?
I'd give them a few weeks, and
Okay.
then you'll need to, and we'll do that. We'll come
Okay.
out here in 3 or 4 weeks and give them a little shot. Now I'm going to hang on to that plant.
Just backfill.
When we water it in, we may have to add a little bit more soil if I see some of the roots are exposed. Okay, I think we're got everything in the ground here.
Yeah.
I think we're just going to water them in a little bit.
Okay, looks good, man.
Yeah, let's see what we got here. Let me go back to
You go on this side?
order.
Guess it'll settle a little bit.
I just don't want to wash a
Don't
hole in
wash
the
it, right.
ground. I don't want to wash a hole in the ground and wash the soil away from the roots. That's why I'm going very slowly. I want to make sure I don't have any more bubbles coming up out of the ground. If I can. Now, if I were doing this on a commercial basis, we would have stuck them in the ground quick, and we would turn the irrigation system on.
You did that
Water
for us.
them in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you
But
did a
I'm going
good
to
job.
look, and I don't think, if I see any roots exposed, I may have a little bit of exposure right there. So I'm just going to,
I don't see much on this
not
one.
much, I'm just going to add a little bit of dry soil right there. Okay.
All right, Mr. D. Well, we'll see
Looks good.
what happens, right?
Yeah, we
We
will.
shall see.
Time will tell.
I will tell. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that.
Okay.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please click the subscribe button below.